Hello, budding biologists. Welcome to an exciting journey into the microscopic world of the cell. Today, we are diving deep into the cell, a fundamental unit of life. Specifically, we'll explore the crucial functions of its outermost boundary, protection, regulating what goes in and out, and how it gives shape, especially to animal cells. We'll start with the basics, then gradually uncover more complex details, making sure you grasp every concept. Get ready to explore the cell's amazing capabilities across 4 levels of understanding. Ready for some easy insights? Let's begin by understanding the basic yet vital roles of the cell's outer layer. Our first point focuses on what is the cell membrane. Think of it as the cell's skin or its personal boundary. It's the outermost layer in animal cells, and in plant cells, it's just inside the rigid cell wall. Its main job is to separate the cell's internal environment from the outside world. This separation is key to maintaining life. Next, let's talk about protection, the cell's shield. Imagine your house having a strong fence. That's what the cell membrane is for the cell. It acts as a protective barrier, keeping all the valuable contents inside safe from external harm and unwanted substances. For example, it prevents harmful bacteria or toxins from easily entering your body's cells, much like your skin protects you. Following this, we have regulation of entry and exit, the gatekeeper. This is where the cell membrane truly shines. It's selectively permeable, meaning it's super choosy. It decides what comes in, like oxygen and nutrients, and what goes out, like waste products such as carbon dioxide. It's like a smart security guard, allowing only the right things to pass. Finally, for providing shape in animal cells, because animal cells don't have a rigid cell wall like plants, the cell membrane is crucial in giving them their distinct shape. While internal structures called the cytoskeleton also help, the membrane defines the overall outline. Take red blood cells, for instance. Their unique biconcave shape is largely maintained by their cell membrane. Now it's time to test your understanding with a few simple questions. Think about what we just discussed regarding the cell membrane's roles. Pause the video if you need more time to answer them. Good luck! Great job with the easy level. Now, let's dive a bit deeper and uncover more fascinating details about the cell membrane's structure and functions. Our medium journey begins with the structure of the cell membrane, a dynamic boundary. The cell membrane isn't just a simple layer, it's a sophisticated structure primarily made of a double layer of fats called the phospholipid bilayer. Embedded within this fatty layer are various proteins. This arrangement is famously known as the fluid mosaic model because these components aren't fixed, they can move around, making the membrane dynamic and flexible. The phospholipid bilayer acts as the basic barrier, while the proteins perform most of the specialized functions, from transporting substances to recognizing signals. Moving on to detailed regulation, selective permeability. We know the membrane is selective, but how? The lipid bilayer itself allows small, fat-soluble molecules like oxygen and carbon dioxide to slip through directly. However, for larger or water-soluble molecules, like glucose or ions, special transport proteins are needed. These proteins act as specific channels or carriers, ensuring that the cell only takes in what it needs and expels waste efficiently. This movement can be either passive, meaning it happens naturally down a concentration gradient without energy, or active, where the cell uses energy to move substances against their gradient. Next, let's look at enhanced protection beyond the simple barrier. The cell membrane's protective role is more advanced than just being a physical wall. It has receptor proteins that can detect signals from the outside world, allowing the cell to react to potential threats or changes. Also, carbohydrate chains on the membrane surface form a glycocalyx, which helps cells recognize each other. This is vital for your immune system to identify your own cells and fight off invaders. Finally, for maintaining animal cell shape, a flexible framework, in animal cells, the membrane works closely with an internal skeleton called the cytoskeleton. Specific membrane proteins anchor to this cytoskeleton, giving the cell its unique form and allowing it to be flexible, enabling movements like those of an amoeba or white blood cells. All these functions collectively ensure homeostasis, a stable internal balance crucial for the cell's survival and proper functioning. You've absorbed a lot of information at the medium level. Now, let's see how well you can apply this knowledge. Here are 5 questions to challenge your understanding. Take your time, think critically, and recall the key concepts we've just explored. Excellent work! Ready to elevate your understanding even further? Let's delve into the hard level, where we'll uncover more intricate details and connections. At the hard level, we begin with the fluid mosaic model, a detailed perspective. This model, proposed by Singer and Nicholson, accurately describes the cell membrane. It's not just a simple layer but a dynamic, fluid structure. It consists of a phospholipid bilayer, cholesterol molecules that regulate fluidity, and mosaic of various proteins. These proteins are either integral, meaning they span the entire membrane, or peripheral, loosely attached to the surface. Both types are critical for transport, enzymatic activity, and signal reception. Additionally, carbohydrate chains form the glycocalyx on the outer surface, essential for cell recognition and adhesion. Now, let's explore advanced transport mechanisms, specificity, and energy. Transport across the membrane can be passive or active. Passive transport, which requires no energy, includes simple diffusion for small, nonpolar molecules like oxygen, facilitated diffusion for water-soluble molecules and ions through specific channel or carrier proteins, and osmosis, the diffusion of water. Active transport, however, requires metabolic energy, typically ATP, to move substances against their concentration gradient. Examples include primary active transport, like the sodium-potassium pump, and secondary active transport, which uses energy from an existing electrochemical gradient. These specific mechanisms ensure the cell precisely controls its internal environment. Moving on to protection and signaling, the membrane's intelligence. The cell membrane is not merely a barrier, it's an intelligent interface. Receptor-mediated endocytosis allows cells to selectively take in large molecules by forming vesicles. Integral proteins act as receptors for signal transduction, binding to external signaling molecules like hormones and initiating internal cascades, allowing the cell to respond appropriately to changes or threats. Furthermore, the glycocalyx serves as a cellular fingerprint, enabling the immune system to distinguish self from non-self, initiating immune responses against pathogens. Lastly, for maintaining animal cell morphology and integrity, the membrane is crucial. Transmembrane proteins anchor the membrane to the cytoskeleton, providing structural support. Specialized cell junctions, like tight junctions, desmosomes, and gap junctions, further contribute to tissue integrity, preventing leakage, providing strong adhesion, and facilitating communication between cells, respectively. The membrane's controlled permeability also helps maintain osmotic balance, preventing cell lysis or crenation. You've tackled some complex concepts. Now, let's challenge your analytical and reasoning skills with 7 practice questions at the hard level. These questions require a deeper understanding and the ability to connect different aspects of cell membrane function. Take your time to formulate comprehensive answers. Congratulations on mastering the hard level. You're now ready for the ultimate challenge, the hardest level. Here, we'll explore competitive depth, engineering insights, and the intricate molecular details of the cell membrane. We begin the hardest level with biophysical principles of membrane transport, energy, and gradients. The movement of substances across the cell membrane isn't random, it's governed by biophysical laws. Passive transport is driven by the electrochemical potential gradient, a combination of concentration and electrical potential. For spontaneous movement, the change in Gibbs free energy must be negative. Active transport, conversely, requires energy input to move substances against their gradients. We use equations like the Nernst equation for single ions and the Goldman-Hodgkin-Katz equation for overall membrane potential, considering multiple ions, to understand these complex dynamics. This delves into the very physics of cellular life. Next, let's examine molecular mechanisms of selective permeability channels, carriers, and pumps. The cell's incredible selectivity stems from its specialized transport proteins. Channel proteins form specific pores, allowing rapid passage of ions or water, often regulated by gates. Carrier proteins bind to specific solutes and undergo conformational changes to move them. Pumps, a type of active transporter, use energy, like ATP hydrolysis, to move molecules against their gradients. Examples include the Na plus K plus ATPase and ABC transporters. Each protein exhibits high specificity, ensuring precise control over what enters and exits the cell, a true marvel of biological engineering. Moving on to advanced protective and regulatory roles beyond simple barriers. The cell membrane is central to sophisticated cellular processes. Signal transduction pathways, initiated by receptor proteins, allow cells to interpret and respond to external signals, regulating vital functions like growth and division. In immune surveillance, MHC proteins and the glycocalyx enable immune cells to distinguish healthy cells from pathogens, orchestrating targeted immune responses. Endocytosis and exocytosis are bulk transport mechanisms for internalizing or externalizing large substances, essential for nutrient uptake, immune defense, and waste removal. These processes highlight the membrane's dynamic and intelligent role in maintaining cellular health and integrity. Furthermore, maintaining cellular architecture and tissue integrity engineering principles reveals how the membrane is an active participant in structural organization. Transmembrane, integrin proteins link the extracellular matrix to the cytoskeleton, providing mechanical stability and mediating cell movement. Specialized cell junctions, tight adherens, desmosomes, and gap junctions are critical for tissue cohesion, preventing leakage, providing strong adhesion, and enabling direct communication between cells. These structures are like intricate biological engineering, ensuring tissues function as a cohesive unit. Finally, we explore clinical implications and therapeutic targets. Understanding membrane protein function is vital for medicine. Genetic mutations in membrane proteins, like the CFTR chloride channel in cystic fibrosis, lead to severe diseases. Dysfunctions in glucose transporters contribute to diabetes, and ion channel issues can affect blood pressure. Many modern drugs specifically target membrane receptors or transport proteins to modulate cellular activity, offering therapeutic interventions for a wide range of conditions. This knowledge not only explains disease but also paves the way for future medical breakthroughs, showcasing the profound impact of membrane biology on human health and engineering. You've reached the peak of our learning journey. Now, let's challenge your comprehensive understanding with the first 5 questions of the hardest level. These questions require deep analytical thinking, synthesis of concepts, and the ability to connect biological principles to real-world applications. Good luck! And here are the remaining 5 questions for the hardest level. These questions will truly test your mastery of the cell membrane's functions, structure, and their implications. Think critically, apply all you've learned, and strive for detailed, well-reasoned answers. You've got this. You've done an incredible job exploring the fascinating world of the cell membrane and its vital functions. From basic protection to complex signaling, you've gained a comprehensive understanding. Remember, learning doesn't stop here. For more engaging educational content, practice questions, and in-depth explanations, visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for regular updates and to continue your journey of discovery. Keep learning, keep exploring, and keep growing. See you in the next lesson.